morning, you guys. Michael and I have been dealing with some not very fun things, and we will get to that a little bit later in the vlog. But we are about to head out and go up the mountain. If you guys saw, I think it was maybe an upload or two ago, Mike went up and he did a whole video on it explaining how amazing the mountain is, and it's just good to get out and clear your mind, and that's exactly what we're doing today. Since we've been going through it, we're gonna go up, just clear our minds and just have some, a little bit of meditation up on the mountain. It is gonna be a little stressful today though. We've been going for the past couple days, and with the snow and straight ice, it's been pretty sketchy. Like, we fall a bunch, I go up really slow, I come down really slow. So we'll see how it goes today. It's 20 degrees, so it's pretty cold out there, and I think it's gonna be pretty icy. But we just wanted to get out and get some fresh air and enjoy the mountain. And I think Bobby's gonna come with us too, which is gonna be really awesome. But before we go up the mountain, had to take a quick little pit stop at CR. The TRX is a little dirty, so we're gonna get a fresh detail. She'll be fresh and clean. Just dropped it off before we went up the mountain. So now we're gonna head to the mountain, and Bobby is here.
Don't show me on camera right now.
Bobby, I won't show Bobby. He's been fighting a really, really bad bug, you guys. So be sure to wash your hands, take your vitamins, because you definitely don't wanna have what he had. But he is on the mend now, and we're gonna take it slow up the mountain, and Bobby's also gonna get some nice fresh air. Just to clarify, Bobby didn't want you guys to think that he was being mean, but he didn't want to offend the camera with
ugly.
how awful he looks.
I'm looking out for you guys.
He's very ugly.
He literally, I hate to say it, he looks dead. His eyes are black. Like I said, he's been going through it, the poor guy. So that's all. He wasn't being nasty. Like, of course he loves to see the camera and be on the family channel, but he just didn't want to scare you guys away. Don't mind me, I'm incredibly out of breath. This is really difficult today in snow pants, but we are making our way up, fully covered with snow. It's wild to see it like this. So we've been up here for every season: winter, summer, spring, fall, and it's so interesting to see like the different seasons up here. Fall and winter are both very hard because fall, you're slipping on all of the leaves, and then obviously winter, you're slipping on all of the snow and ice. We made it to the first outlook. This is probably the best outlook in my opinion. I mean, the other one is gorgeous. It's over there. You just go up a little bit more, and then you walk about a half mile on the top, and then you have another outlook looking over there. And it's also obviously stunning, but I love seeing the river from this angle, and it's nice and blue and green today. Really, really beautiful. We just got back from our hike. Peggy's sitting here. She's looking out the window. I thought this would be a nice little setup sitting here with her, but you can't even see her because she's too short. But there she is, looking out, enjoying watching over the neighborhood. The hike was amazing. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to go around the long way, and I did want to film that for you guys because it is so stunning at the top of the mountain. It looks like Narnia up there, like a scene from the movie. It's really, really beautiful. But like I said, we didn't have enough time. So at least we got a hike in. That was really nice. But the main reason why I am hopping on here today is to explain to you guys what has been going on with Oatmeal. This whole upload is really going to be about the poor little girl. And I felt like I really needed to come on here and explain things to you guys because she's going to be in the next few uploads. We're going to be traveling and she'll be with us, and she's most likely going to have a cone on. I mean, hopefully she won't. Hopefully that can come off in a few days. But she's also going to be shaved, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be shaved a good bit. So I didn't want questions flying around, and I thought it would be best to just clear the air and explain things that have been going on. We also started this channel to share our lives with you guys, so this is a big thing that's going on in our life, and I thought it was fair to share this, especially because so many people care about Oatmeal. So I wanted to give you guys the details on what's been going on. So today is Wednesday. I just want to try and make this timeline really clear for you guys because I don't know when I'm going to actually be uploading this. But today is Wednesday, and this all started on Sunday. So Oatmeal was bugging me all morning on Sunday. She was scratching at me, trying to wake me up, and that's not really uncommon. Normally she scratches to get under the covers, but she was being a big pest. Like, it was almost like she was trying to tell me something. And I also noticed that her breathing was a little off, like just a little bit. Nothing to panic about, but I was like, that sounds different, like something's wrong. And a couple hours go by, I fall back asleep, and then when Mike and I both get up, we notice that she's shaking, still breathing a little weird, and just being completely not herself. She got off the bed, went on the floor, and she threw up just one time, and things were just off. Now, Mike and I tend to panic. Like, it's normally, we need to go to the vet right now, and if the vet isn't open, we need to take them to the emergency room. That's just how we are. And let me tell you guys though, with this experience, I am going to be that times 10,000 now. Like, I used to be an overthinker. Now I'm really going to be an overthinker because this situation just validated those feelings, which really sucks. We tried not to panic. We were like, really, we're just being really dramatic. Maybe she ate something, maybe it's stuck in her stomach. So we kind of let it go for the day. And then later at night around dinner time, I mean, it was probably like 8 o'clock, I want to say at this time, she was shaking pretty bad still. She was pretty consistently shaking all day. And Oatmeal's a pretty nervous girl, so we were kind of trying to like brush that off and being like, you know, maybe she's just nervous about today or anxious that we're going in and out of the house and leaving and stuff like that, because Mike and I were pretty busy on Sunday. So we were like, we need to go to the emergency vet because it was Sunday night. Of course, always emergencies happen on the weekend and at nighttime when her local vet isn't open. We explained to them, we really don't think that this is an emergency, but we felt like we needed to get this checked out. And luckily they weren't busy at all. So they were able to get us in, and the doctor said right away, she's like, I want to do x-rays on her because something's up. So when they took the x-rays, the doctor came in and she sat down with us and she needed to explain a few things. And whenever that happens, you know, it's really not that great. Basically, her whole right lung was filled with fluid. And the doctor said that she has never really seen anything like this because normally just part of the lung is filled with fluid, if it's like pneumonia or if she aspirated. So she was really thrown off by the x-rays and she wanted to send them out to a specialist. Luckily, people are available all hours of the night with emergency services, thank God, because we were able to send the images out and get the results back within an hour. And we got the results back and they thought that the lung was either actually twisted or it was a hiatal hernia, which it ended up turning out to be that, a hiatal hernia. So she said, we are not advanced enough to do surgery and Oatmeal's gonna need, I feel like I'm gonna cry right now because she's so sweet and innocent. And this was really hard to go through, and it was really hard for us to like come to terms with this because we didn't think this was an emergency at all. We thought that they were going to turn us home. But it turned out that she needed emergency surgery and we had to take her to a vet in Philly, an emergency center in Philly, and we asked if we could take her to Penn because, as you guys know, we've been to Penn for a couple emergencies with Yellow and Savannah. They saved Yellow's life, and it's a really great place. So she said, well, let me call them. And they were pretty busy. She pulled a few strings and she was able to get us in, thank God, because, you know, we have a connection with them there. So we rushed her to Penn, and by the time we got there, it was probably like, I want to say maybe midnight. And they took her right back. They did more x-rays there just so they wanted them a little bit more clear, and they confirmed that it was the hiatal hernia. And when they went in for surgery, there was a hole in her diaphragm, and in that hole was part of her intestines, part of her liver, and a full kidney was up in that hole. And when they took the intestines out, they were purple, and when they were finishing up the surgery, they came back to a normal color. So luckily there was no permanent damage there, and they got everything out. But the very good news is we are picking up Oatmeal today. That's why we felt like we could get out and enjoy a hike, because we're kind of celebrating. We're so excited to have her home, and we are so excited that she made it through this surgery. They were really worried with her lungs and everything, and with her being a bulldog, and there was a lot of concerns. And they said, thank God that we brought her in because she could have died from this. And it's all just really, it's super intense to think about, but we are unbelievably happy that she is healthy and recovering and doing good. She got out of the ICU last night. They took out her GI tube and she did really good throughout the night, and they said that they're pretty comfortable with her coming home today. I know Piggy is so excited to see her sister because she's been completely out of it, like not herself. So I think she's gonna be really happy to snuggle with her tonight and be with her. It is later in the day. We just got back from Philadelphia and little Oatmeal is home. She's doing so good. We took off her cone just so she could have a little break from it because she does have to wear a cone so she doesn't lick her incision. But we are just monitoring her so she can have a little bit of free time without it, and she's doing amazing in here. When we picked her up, we were insanely shocked by how big her incision was.
It's her whole body.
Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting it to be from her neck all the way down. Like, it's brutal. It's really, really bad. So I would share it, but it's actually so bad that I'm not gonna share it. It's very graphic. So she has a lot of healing to do. I feel so bad for her. I didn't expect it to be this intense. I don't know why I thought like, oh, it's just gonna be this little thing and she can be up on the couch with us, but no, she has to wear this cone for 2 weeks. And she has to be on strict rest for 2 weeks until she has her checkup to see how everything's going. So her and Piggy are gonna be separate so Pig doesn't lick her and bother her. And it's gonna be a rough next 2 weeks, and hopefully that's all it is. Hopefully it doesn't have to go any longer. But we got some takeout Olive Garden for dinner.
I feel like dog crap. Not mentally, just I feel, I just woke up all stuffed up. I don't feel great, so sorry in advance.
So we're gonna relax, hang out with our girl, get her all healed, and we're gonna treat ourselves to some good old Olive Garden. It's the next day and we are on our way to the vet. Oatmeal actually already had a checkup scheduled, so this worked out really well for us to go the next day of her being home for them to look at her incision. So it worked out really well. All right, we are back home from the vet. Piggy is here looking over her sister. I have been laying in this pen with Oatmeal just to give her some company, and Pig will paw at the pen to try to get in, and then she'll go up here and whine in my ear because she wants my attention. Actually, this little girl's asking for my attention right now. I can't believe how alert she is right now because she is on trazodone, so she should be pretty sleepy, but she is just pushing through and being a little energetic, kind of. The vet appointment went really well. We are gonna go back in 2 weeks to check up on her incision, but they said everything looks great and Oatmeal is doing wonderful. So that went well, which is great. So we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, keeping her nice and calm and in her pen and just relaxing for the next 2 weeks. She just really needs to recover. Thank you guys for watching this upload and supporting us and little Oatmeal and loving her like we do. And we will be seeing you guys in the next upload. Bye guys. Say bye, Odie.